Yeah, okay. इंटरनेशनल अलायंस ऑफ एंटरटेनमेंट एजेंसीज जो आईए एक ऐसी संस्था है जिसमें विच इज़ अ मिक्स ऑफ फेडरेशन ऑफ इंटरनेशनल म्यूजिशियंस, यूनिमाई जो कि एंटरटेनमेंट इंडस्ट्री और मीडिया और एंटरटेनमेंट इंडस्ट्री की सबसे बड़ी ट्रेड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, फेडरेशन ऑफ इंटरनेशनल एक्टर्स जिसका हम हिस्सा हैं सिंटा, एंड फेडरेशन ऑफ इंटरनेशनल म्यूजिशियंस, ये सब मिलके हेल्थ एंड सेफ्टी इन बॉलीवुड एक गलत शब्द है, हेल्थ एंड सेफ्टी इन द इंडियन फिल्म एंड टीवी इंडस्ट्री के ऊपर उपेंद्र चांदना साहब के नेतृत्व में पिछले 4 या 5 साल से ये एक मुहिम छिड़ी हुई है. जब हम सिंटा कमिटी में आए, व्हेन सुशांत सिंह became the general secretary and I became the joint secretary, we got involved in this health and safety because it is affecting our actors also. और now सिंटा is part of FIA. हम एक proper full-fledged affiliate हैं फेडरेशन ऑफ इंटरनेशनल एक्टर्स से. हेल्थ एंड सेफ्टी पे सिंटा ने पिछले 1.25 साल में काफ़ी सर्वेस किए हैं, काफ़ी विजिट्स किए हैं, हमने काफ़ी वेलफेयर चीज़ें की हैं हेल्थ एंड सेफ्टी फायर रिलेटेड को लेके. और इसका ये एक सेमिनार है जिसमें प्रोड्यूसर बॉडीज भी हैं, स्टूडियो ओनर्स भी हैं, एक्टर्स भी हैं, मेकअप डिपार्टमेंट भी हैं, साउंड से भी हैं, इंटरनेशनल डेलीगेट्स भी हैं, हमारे जनरल सेक्रेटरी सुशांत सिंह भी हैं. सो एक 2 दिन this seminar is going to deal on health, safety, risk management, fire, working hours, everything that is related to the 2 important words, H and S, health and safety in Indian film, TV, media, audio visual scenario. और इस पे ये सेमिनार है, and hopefully we should be able to agree on at least 4 to 5 points for the betterment of the industry, जिसमें सारे प्रोड्यूसर काउंसिल के लोग भी हैं, ब्रॉडकास्टर की तरफ से भी लोग हैं, फिल्म स्टूडियोज की तरफ से भी लोग हैं, मुंबई के फायर ऑफिसर भी हैं, फिल्म सिटी के एमडी भी आ रहे हैं, सम डॉक्टर्स हु बीन ऑन फिल्म सेट्स आर कमिंग, सम लीगल ओपिनियंस आर आल्सो देयर. सो आई थिंक इट शुड कल्मिनेट इनटू अ वेरी हेल्दी डायलॉग इन द नेक्स्ट 2 days.
ये एक पहला कदम है. हमारी जो ये $1 billion इंडस्ट्री है एंटरटेनमेंट, जो कि पूरी तरह से डिसऑर्गेनाइज्ड है, उसे फाइनली ऑर्गेनाइज करने का ये पहला प्रयास है. सो होपफुली हेल्थ एंड सेफ्टी में धीरे धीरे हम इस इंडस्ट्री के सारे सेक्टर्स, सारे जितने आयाम हैं उन सबको कवर कर सकेंगे, कुछ रेगुलेशंस खुद के लिए बना सकेंगे, एंड फाइनली वो हम गवर्नमेंट को प्रेजेंट करेंगे ताकि गवर्नमेंट उनको ऑल ओवर इंडिया इम्प्लीमेंट कर सके. वी हैव बीन, हम कोशिश तो कर रहे हैं इस बात की. महाराष्ट्र सरकार से ऑलरेडी हमारी बात हुई थी इस मामले में, उन्होंने कहा भी था कि वो हमको देंगे इंडस्ट्री स्टेटस, लेकिन अभी तो कोई ठोस कदम आया नहीं है. एंड हम तो सिर्फ गुहार ही कर सकते हैं, अपील ही कर सकते हैं. यहाँ की है, सेंटर से फिर अपील करेंगे ताकि लेबर लॉज जितने हैं उनका बेनिफिट हमारे वर्कर्स को भी मिल सके.
ये इंटरनेशनल एफिलिएशन जो FIA से हुआ है उससे फर्क पड़ेगा?
जी उम्मीद करते हैं, क्योंकि जब इंटरनेशनली एक प्रेशर बिल्डअप होगा, कुछ 82 कंट्रीज़ जो हैं FIA की मेंबर्स हैं, जिसमें हम 83rd हैं. जब 83 कंट्रीज़ एक साथ होंगी, उनकी यूनियंस और सरकार को और ब्रॉडकास्टर्स को लिखेंगी कि सर स्टैंडर्ड ऑपरेटिंग प्रोसीजर क्या होना चाहिए ताकि हेल्थ एंड सेफ्टी ऑफ ऑल द वर्कर्स इज एश्योर्ड, तो उससे फ़र्क तो पड़ना चाहिए.
I'm heading the UNIME Secretariat. UNIME is representing 140 media and entertainment unions worldwide, crafts behind stage and screen. Very pleased to be here, listening to technicians, actors, other creatives on the need of the hour in relation to health and safety on set in studios. We are very much concerned about the very basic health and safety conditions in the Mumbai film and television industry. We are very happy to see that the unions are coming together to address the common challenges and work with producers and broadcasters to push them to establish better standards and enforce them. Thank you.
I'm the General Secretary of the International Federation of Actors, FIA. FIA is a global union federation, and we, as the name says, we represent actors working everywhere, whether it's live performance, the recorded media, digital media, advertisement, and the likes. And we're very proud to have, since September this year, a new affiliate, Cinta, who joined us. And we're looking forward to future work together. We're very happy to have them on board. We're here to talk specifically about health and safety, which is a big issue for not just for actors, but other performers as well as crew members and technicians. It's an important issue that needs to be carefully looked at. We keep hearing reports about appalling working conditions and very stressful terms on set, and we want to find a way to deal with that not in a conflictual way. We want to encourage the industry to get together and agree on an industry code of practice. So that's what we're here for, and we think it will be to the benefit of both production and performers and technicians and other crew members. Because on the one hand, you don't want to have disruptions in the production chain. On the other hand, there's quite a legitimate concern on our member side that everybody should be able to come back home safely. So we are expecting this conference to enable us to make good progress. We are aware of the fact that it will take time, but the industry is growing in India. It's a big industry already, but it's growing internationally also. And so I think it's about time that some of the best practices, international best practices, are also brought back into the industry here, that it sets itself at the same level as film industries in other parts of the world, whether it's North America, Australia, or the UK, or
Thomas Dayan. I'm Assistant General Secretary of the International Federation of Musicians, which is another federation representing musicians throughout the world, and the three federations, FIA, UNIME, and FIM, are forming IAEA, International Level, International Alliance for Arts and Entertainment. So I will not repeat what Dominic and Johannes said about the conference. This is a very, very important step forward. Then, in fact, this conference is the last of the project, this 4 years project now, and we have observed a lot of progress that have been made in terms of sensitization on issues of health and safety, and that are so important when it comes to the situation of Bollywood workers. And we expect this conference to be a great success, and we are very, very glad that there is a good media coverage, because this must be a real change in people's mindset and in habits. Thank you.
I'm Upender Channa, the coordinator for this entire project, which has been going on for the last 3 years. Prior to that, I have been an activist in health and safety issues related to the workers and technicians, by way of holding all the major posts in trade union bodies, from federation to directors' bodies, And then writing the most voluminous book on health and safety, which is 500 pages book, which laid bare the fact that health and safety is actually at the last of the agenda. I have seen the darker side of, like we are claiming that we are claiming to be a global giant, but it is not the truth. It is not a fact. The reason being is, first of all, as everybody must have told you, that we are not treated as an industry. Let me tell you, in 1984, there was a bill passed in Parliament, Cinema and Theatre Workers Regulation of Employment Act, which actually made it mandatory on the part of the employers and producer to enter into a contract with every person they employed. Now that's a law of the land, but it was never enforced. We also came under ESIC about 3 years back, but that is not also enforced. Partly the reason is that we have not been aggressive in knocking at the doors of the earth. I would go to the extent of saying that even a cameraman or a DOP has no access to any social security. He is worse off than a PM working in a bank, because 10% of the workforce in India belongs to organized sector. We belong to unorganized sector. Look at the lightman climbing 40 feet, doesn't have harness belt, and the people work in construction now, they are having. So there are regular accidents on the set. And let me tell you, the state-owned film city, which is owned by the government, where 4,000 people work on a day, has no ambulance, has no doctors. In case of an emergency, the next possible availability, accessibility is far off. Thirdly, see 4 basic issues: portable, safe drinking water, toilet, especially for women, mobile toilets, emergency medical aid, and proper sanitized working conditions. Let me tell you, I recall while making a documentary, there is one person who says there is a caste system in our industry. There is a caste system in industry. There is A grade food, B grade and C grade. And the C grade and B grade food sometimes served is, even animals will shun eating that kind of a food. Now you can imagine that we are talking of millions of rupees of budgets. We have so much. But my point is, where is the human dignity? Where is the value of human life? If we cannot provide the basic facilities like potable drinking water, if you see the toilets, condition of the toilets in the serials, you will be shocked. Costume design, especially female, assistant costume designer, when they can't go to bathroom, ladies, they suffer from UTI infection because they can't go to bathroom for 8 hours. Does anybody know? In the press, nobody knows this.
So from this documentary, what
let me tell you, this documentary of 1 hour called Living on the Edge, Deglamorizing Bollywood, actually is my tribute to these thousands and millions of workers and technicians who slog day in and out, have no access to any social security because they do not form part of any political conscience, And they slog for 18 hours, 20 hours, which is not there in any other industry. I have actually touched everything in this documentary, which you will see. And I have made it through my own resources because all these years I felt frustrated, and this is my angst, this is my anger, this is my protest with the state and central government, and I want to show it to Mr. Modi, to the Labour Minister, to the state. Let them see what is glitters Hollywood, the glittering world. They take them as brand ambassadors for electioneering, but do they know that they are worse off than even Mathari workers? There's millions of people. So I want this documentary to be seen by everyone, and I have actually covered everything in this film. And if it is shown, I think it will provide a window not only to viewers, to the press, to television channel. This is the truth behind the facade of what we call as a multi-millionaire industry called Bollywood, which is aspiring to become a global giant. Let us first follow the basic practical and fundamental things. Proceed for yourself. Thank you.
What do you feel about today's conference on health and safety? What difference will it make? And how does it affect the actors first?
देखिए, हेल्थ एंड सेफ्टी मेरे ख्याल से हर सिटीज़न का रिक्वायरमेंट है कि वो जहाँ भी काम करे वो हेल्दी एटमॉस्फेयर हो, सेफ्टी का ध्यान रखा जाए. तो ये तो मेरे ख्याल से सबका पहला कंसर्न होना चाहिए और है भी. इसीलिए हम लोगों ने फिल्म इंडस्ट्री के जितने भी अलग अलग क्राफ्ट्स हैं उनके लोगों ने सब ने मिल कर के एक प्लेटफॉर्म पर ये बातचीत करने की सोची है कि हम हेल्थ एंड सेफ्टी के बारे में क्या क्या कर सकते हैं. तो मुझे लगता है ये सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट चीज़ है, सबसे पहली चीज़ है.
And where do you feel that in our Indian entertainment industry we lack in terms of health and safety?
We lack in every aspect as far as health and safety concern. उसकी 2 वजह हैं. एक हमारे यहाँ आबादी बहुत है इंडस्ट्री में भी, और दूसरा हमारे यहाँ एजुकेशन कम है इंडस्ट्री में भी. तो इसलिए मेरे ख्याल से हमको सबको इस बारे में अवेयर होना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि ये सिर्फ टेक्निकल लोगों की बात नहीं है, एक्टर्स के लिए भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, क्योंकि एक्टर्स का हेल्दी होना बहुत ज़रूरी है। और कई बार हमने ऐसे केसेस सुने कि एक्टर सेट पर फेंट हो गया, एक्टर का एक्सीडेंट हो गया, या कुछ गिर गया, या लाइटमैन गिर गया, तो ये सब चीज़ें, या खाने का इंतज़ाम कैसा है, तो ये सब चीज़ें मेरे ख्याल से किसी भी इंसान के लिए बेसिक चीज़ें हैं, चाहे वो एक्टर्स हों, चाहे वो नॉन एक्टर्स हों, या वो बिहाइंड द कैमरा क्रू हो। थैंक यू।
How do you feel it will make a difference to the industry this time?
See, it's an effort in right direction, and we have already seen some fallouts, especially the people who are supposed to be the major stakeholders in this, hygiene and safety. Some of them are not here. I hope they join us, unless some kind of stiff regulation or strict regulations are found. That certain norms, I know a producer said, no, if we get the fire audit, call the fire department, we'll have to get 32 majors to be covered. So he was very averse to the idea that on his set 32 regulations will be followed. And it's amazing. Luckily, okay, fine. Except for, I think, we had a, major fire incident which happened in Mysore. Tipu Sultan, where lots of lives were lost. After that, many fire incidents happened. Luckily, nobody died. But at least, the white goods got destroyed. And the same producers say that, we don't want to be part of it. What is the use of all this hygiene and safety? I'm very angry at that. Because, all the other associations are there. All the other stakeholders are here. And I want to say that, let them be there. Let us all join hands and make this whole thing into a Swachh environment where, you go to the studios, I know. Being a part of Sinta, we, in our outreach, when we are going to the studios, we have seen studios where they're like, sitting on the verge of, fire bombs. Where, a small fire would blow up the whole studio. But I don't know. Nobody's taking even, slight note of that. So my request is that, please, everybody, whoever is listening to me, that take right measures about the safety and hygiene of our studios or our the working environment of our industry. That's about it. I hope.
You'll see Meher, and he cannot, is partially blind now, and the preacher, and he's now, left helpless, financially totally drained out. I told him that we have some.
I'm here because of Sinta, because they were doing some really good work, and I have great regard for Amit and Sushant and the whole committee. When they told me there's going to be a health and safety seminar, I was happy. What I want to see is that everybody partners in this, and it's not just the responsibility of the producers but across the board, because it should not be limited to, but including and not exclusive of everybody else in the business, because this is something that we would obviously want to make our environment as secure as possible for all our workers and actors, and at the same time understand that it's a responsibility that across the world everybody holds, and it can't be given to one person, and it cannot be given just to one department. And I'm hoping to represent the producers, especially the ones who have been trying all this time, to have the best possible circumstances, and let's see.
Do you feel that the Indian film industry should be given an industry status?
We supposedly have one. we supposedly have one. We don't have many benefits. I think we are not as large an industry as most of the others, so maybe we are not consequential enough. But a lot of things, yes, what would be nice to see is that everything across the board then gets organized. And from things like lightmen not coming on set unless they've been trained by their association and by their managers, because when you talk about the death of lightmen falling off, very often we don't even know where they've come from, and then that if to use that as a responsibility of the producer to check every lightman and see what they've learned, it's a little bit ridiculous. I don't think it's something you can be doing permanently, and no, unless it's a extraordinary job, the kind of gear, so to speak, to be provided. The thing is, it's very easy for everything to get responsible only to one person, but what we need is a complete overall of our business and our understanding of our business. And I'm glad that things like this will hopefully make everybody aware of everybody's individual responsibility towards this. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Eleanor Fahlén. I come from Sweden. I've been here 2 times before, and my profession is I work with the health and safety in the film sector in Sweden, so I'm here to sort of inspire you, telling you how we work with health and safety questions in Sweden, risk assessments and such things. So I'm very happy to be here. You need the basics. I would say you need fresh toilets, you need proper food, you need to have safe sets, sort of the basic things to be able to be creative and such things, yeah.
And how do you think the seminar will be able to help? How would you be able to contribute to make this better?
I think it's always very good to have seminars like this, because people meet and then you speak about important questions like how to reach the same goals, etc. And I'll try to do my best to tell you how things work in Sweden, and maybe I can inspire you in some ways. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm Upendra Channa. I've been an activist and being associated with all trade union bodies in various capacities. Over a period of time, actually I made all my experiences culled into a book called The Missing Three in Bollywood: Safety, Security and Shelter. My observation for a period of 30 years. I thought it was very essential, because now we are claiming to be a global giant, and the other side of the story should have to be known by others. But I thought that written word is not enough, because of course that book is being now subscribed to and read by so many people all over the world. So I thought audiovisual media is very essential to to compress all these experiences, observations, which is the need of the hour, because now we are competing with Hollywood. This documentary which you are seeing at this conference, Living on the Edge, Deglamorizing Bollywood, it's a 1-hour documentary. Actually, this gives us a glimpse of the working conditions, focusing on the health and safety aspects of millions of workers and technicians who do not enjoy the status of an organized industry. This is a document, actually I'll call it as the most powerful weapon or document to wake up all concerned authorities to the harsh realities, specifically to health and safety measures. I'm happy that we have now representatives here in this 3 years conference which is coming to an end, PIA, PIM and UNIMI, which together represent 144 non-political unions. Now Sinta has also joined them, Actors Union. We become a part of a global community, I think now in this conference we want to go back we have invited producers, let us begin on fundamental issues. Clean toilets, proper food, harness belt for the lightmen and safety measures on the sets so that we can provide our entire large workforce a life of dignity and accessibility to social security and basic facilities. So we hope that after this come out, we are in agreement with the producers that let us treat all these people as a part of a large family that we have. If these people are healthy, then obviously the quality would be much better and the employers and the producers would be able to compete with the counterparts all over the world where health and safety is very, very important. So our productivity and our quality has to be linked to the well-being mentally and physically of our workforce who work for 18 hours a day, which is not there in other organized industries, So we will soon be approaching the state and the central government that we should be entitled to all the benefits that are available to workforce of the organized sector. Please treat us as also as an industry. We are paying the highest number of entertainment tax to the government, and I think the government should come forward to include our workforce within the ambit of ESIC, Provident Fund and other benefits that are available to 10% of the organized sector. And I am sure that this government at the central is very keen to take very quick decisions and implement it. And I think my documentary, I would like to show to the PM and the Labour Ministry to acquaint them with the harsh reality that is prevailing in the entertainment industry, because we entertain people, but we should be taken care of the workforce, because we are now reaching out to global audience, but we must consider that these people are equal partners in the exponential growth of the entertainment industry.
Should I? Yeah. Hi, my name is Sher Bahadur Singh. I'm a makeup designer for the film, television, ads and whatever related to the makeup. I'm concerned with them. Well, I'm here to the organizations which they have done some seminar, which is on health and safety kind of things. Well, I given my 40 years to this industry. I joined this industry in 1976. But the time, what I've seen the earlier day was, they were very beautiful, they were very nice, because we used to work for 8 hours and the producer used to be like a part of the family. They used to really take care of us. But as the time has changed and what I see to today, well, there are a lot of problems when we go for the shooting, especially for the television, I could say. I don't do much to television, but in television, whatever I've done, few things. At the moment, they have a lot of problems. They don't provide you a proper makeup room. They don't provide you, the toilets and, there are a lot of things where I feel why I'm doing. I shouldn't have I shouldn't have done this television. But in terms of in movies, like whatever movies I do, because I've been doing a big banners film, maybe like Yash Raj, Dharma, and I do international film also. But over there, I don't have to ask for all this thing, because we really get it. Because when they hire us, because they know what is my demand and what all I needed, Because before signing a contract or the things, I always tell them I need a separate van for myself. Whoever the actor will be coming, and they'll come over here, they'll get their makeup done, and then they'll go and sit in their own room. So in that matter, we don't have a problem for that. But when you're doing for this, maybe like 1 or 2 day work, somewhere you're going, it's not about me. Since I've given so many years to... Since I've given so many years to this industries, and I don't demand, because they really provide me whatever the things. Like as I told you earlier, that before signing the film or the contract, I really put my terms and condition. I think if people do that, I think your life can be safety. You can get all the good things from the producers. But if you're working in their terms and conditions, then I'm sure, I mean, down the line somewhere you are getting all those things about your health. A lot of problems keeps coming. So I think I would request all my friends, my makeup artists, my hairdressers who are also working in this industry, please work, but work in a good way, in safety, and take care of your health, look after yourself, make less money, but look after your health. I think that's more important. But what meeting which I'm conducting today, they're talking very good about the industry, talking very good thing about the people, about their safety, health. And I wanted to request to all my producers, when they're making good film, good serial, a lot of good things they're doing. They're making money, but if they spend a little bit on us, that will be great for them. You know, it will be a lot of support from all the department, all the technical team to artists, to everybody will be happy with them. We will always love to work again and again with them. So this is my request to all my producers, all my director, all the fraternity of the industries. And thank you so much. And please consider, if we are there, you're there. If you're there, we are there. So this is like it's a combined, you know. So if you think only of yourself, I don't think tomorrow anybody would like to work for you. So thank you so much. I mean, please look after all your technical, all your actor, and how you look after your actor. I think we are also part of the industry, so you have to do good things to me. To all of us, thank you so much.
I'm Bharat Godambe. I'm makeup artist in this line more than 40 years. और जो बहादुर ने बोला बिल्कुल सही है. जो पहले के फिल्म मेकर होते थे वो एज ए फैमिली तरह थे, पूरे स्टाफ का भी अच्छी तरह से देखभाल करते थे. अभी क्या हुआ, अभी सब प्रैक्टिकल ऐसा हो गया कि आपको पैसा देते ना, आप अपना देख लो. और यहाँ पर आज क्या कमी है, इम्पोर्टेंट इज द केयरनेस, द पीपल. जो चाहिए खाना पीना रहना, अच्छी तरह से ट्रीटमेंट, अच्छा बाथरूम चाहिए, अच्छा बैठ के खाना खाने के लिए टेबल चेयर चाहिए, वो सबको नहीं मिलता. सो आई थिंक आई एम वरीड अबाउट दैट थिंग. और यहाँ पर जो सब्जेक्ट चल रहा है वो सही है और सबने आवाज़ उठाना चाहिए. जितने भी छोटे वर्कर है वो भी हमारे भाई बहन है. उनके तरफ से मैं भी बोलना चाहता हूँ कि जो हम तो सीनियर मेकअप आर्टिस्ट, हमको तो मिलता है जो चाहिए हो, लेकिन स्पेशली जो न्यू कमर है, जो बेचारे बूढ़े हुए हैं, जो जिनको सही खाना पीना नहीं मिलता है, बैठने के लिए सही जगह नहीं मिलती, 15-15, 18-18 घंटे, 20-20 घंटा काम करने के बाद उनको घर जाने के लिए बस तक नहीं मिलती. उनके लिए हमको सोचना चाहिए, प्रोड्यूसरों को सोचना चाहिए. बहादुर
मुझे भी जो अभी भरत दादा ने बोला है, मुझे भी सही लगता है. आई फील ही वॉट एवर ही सेड इज राइट थिंग. डेफिनेटली हम सभी को, मतलब हमारे जितने भी मेकअप आर्टिस्ट है, हेयर ड्रेसर्स है, कॉस्ट्यूम है, बिकॉज ये हमारा एक एसोसिएशन है. इन 3 लोगों के रिलेटेड में हम लोगों का एसोसिएशन है. जब हम काम करते हैं तो हम भी चाहते हैं कि हमें भी ये सब सुविधाएं मिले, क्योंकि अच्छे मेकअप रूम हो जहाँ पे हम आर्टिस्ट को लेके उनका मेकअप करते हैं, फिर वहाँ पे. लेकिन जो आजकल ऐसा हुआ है कि जो मेकअप रूम आर्टिस्ट के दिया जाता है, आई डोंट थिंक द एक्टर वुड वांट देम, दे शुड यूज देयर बाथरूम. सो हमारे मेकअप आर्टिस्ट और हेयर ड्रेसर के लिए प्रॉब्लम हो जाता है, क्योंकि उनको बाथरूम ऐसा कोई, उन्होंने कोई स्पेशल ऐसा कुछ बनाया नहीं है कि भाई आपके लिए यहाँ पे बनाया हुआ ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. So they are always looking for where do we go for the bathroom, because actors are not providing them to get into their loo. You know, they are not allowing you to. You know, actor का बैग ये होता है कि भाई हमने ये मेरा रूम है, आपने मेरा मेकअप कर दिया, मेरे बाल बना दिए, so please I am going to lock the room. तो अगर एक्टर अपना रूम लॉक करके जाता है, और समटाइम जब हम लोग शूट करते हैं, तो चाहे मैं फिल्म की शूट कर रहा हूँ, मेरे कोई कोलिग्स होते हैं जो टेलीविजन शूट करते हैं, तो उनकी हालत, उनको जब देखता हूँ तो मैं बोलता क्या प्रॉब्लम है. सर वी आर लुकिंग फॉर द लू. मैंने कहा व्हाट डू यू मीन लुकिंग फॉर द लू? नहीं, यहाँ पे ऐसा कुछ है नहीं जहाँ पे हम जाके यू नो वे आई कैन यूज़. तो ये बहुत ही बुरी बात है कि मतलब एक इंसान की ये बहुत ही नेसेसिटी चीज़ है जो हम सबको ज़रूरत है. कि आप छोटी फिल्म करिए, बड़ी फिल्म करिए, छोटा सीरियल हो, बड़ा सीरियल हो, हमें छोटा बड़े से कोई मतलब नहीं है. हम चाहते हैं हमारे लिए भी कुछ प्रोड्यूसर को सोचना चाहिए कि हमारे लिए भी एक प्रॉपर लू का व्यवस्था की जाए, एक सही जगह पे बैठ के हम भी आराम से सुकून से खाना खा सके, और इट शुड बी लाइक अ हाइजीनिक थिंग, समथिंग फॉर अस। तो अगर ये चीज़ें अगर हमको प्रोवाइड किया जाएगा तो हम भी बहुत खुश रह सकते हैं। पैसे के लिए हम उतना फाइट नहीं करेंगे कि हमें बहुत, क्योंकि अगर एक प्रोड्यूसर आपको ये सब सहूलियतें देता है, आपको ये सब चीज़ें देता है, तो आपको लगता है कि नहीं ठीक है, पैसा आगे पीछे हो जाएगा चलेगा। लेकिन मेरे प्रोड्यूसर ने मेरे लिए अच्छा एक रूम दिया हुआ है जहाँ पे हम सब मेकअप आर्टिस्ट, हेयर ड्रेसर, कॉस्ट्यूम वाले बैठ के हम खाना भी खा सके, हमारे यहाँ पे टॉयलेट भी है। सो ये चीज़ें अगर मिले तो ये आपके हेल्थ और सेफ्टी के लिए। और जब सेट पे भी आप काम करते हो तो हम लोगों को भी ये रहता है कि बिकॉज वी हैव टू स्टैंड ऑन द कॉर्नर में जहाँ शॉट चल रहा रहता है, तो समटाइम्स समथिंग कीप्स हैपनिंग कि मतलब ऊपर से कुछ गिर गया, तो वी हैव नो सेफ्टी ऑल्सो। तो लाइक आई थिंक एवरीबडी नीड दैट तो कि सिक्योर होना चाहिए, हर इंसान को सिक्योर होना चाहिए कि आपको इतना भी पैसा नहीं दिया जाता है कि फिल्म में मेकअप आर्टिस्ट, हेयर ड्रेसर को इतना पैसा नहीं दिया जाता वे यू कैन लुक आफ्टर योर सेल्फ, कि कल को कुछ हो जाए तो आप पैसे मांगने जाते हो तो दे ऑल इग्नोर। तो इस चीज़ के लिए भी प्रोड्यूसर को सोचना चाहिए। और आई थिंक द हेल्थ एंड दैट इज़ द बेसिक थिंग, हेल्थ और सेफ्टी के बारे में आज यहाँ पे जो भी सेमिनार हो रहा है बहुत ही सही हो रहा है। और जितने भी लोग आए, जितने भी फेडरेशन से लोग यहाँ पे आके कनेक्टेड हुए हैं, दे ऑल टॉकिंग गुड एंड दे ऑल डूइंग वेल। आई एम ऑल्सो बी पार्ट ऑफ दिस, सो आई विल बी ऑलवेज सपोर्ट टू माई इंडस्ट्री पीपल, माई ऑल टेक्निकल टीम. I'm not against the producer. I'm only against those producers who are not looking after the technical team, their safety and health. So मेरी सबसे गुजारिश है, रिक्वेस्ट है कि प्लीज़ हमें भी वो सब सहूलियत दीजिए जो आप दूसरों को देते हैं. आपको लगता है एक्टर के लिए बहुत ज़रूरी है, हमारे लिए ज़रूरत नहीं है. आई एम नॉट अगेंस्ट द एक्टर ऑल्सो. अगर एक्टर को मिलता है तो हमें भी दीजिए, क्योंकि हमारी हेल्थ और हम भी अच्छे रहेंगे तो हम भी अच्छा काम कर सकते हैं. वी कैन ऑल्सो गिव यू द गुड थिंग्स. सो प्लीज़ हम सब के लिए आप लोगों से रिक्वेस्ट है कि हमारे बारे में भी सोचिए, हेल्थ और सेफ्टी के बारे में. बस इससे ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं. थैंक यू सो मच. थैंक यू.
I'll take the delegation. What is required, you brief us. Amit ji knows that. And I think so we have the profession in the craft, they have attained excellence by way of their work. Your work actually speaks and speaks about your credibility. So I feel that we can use that this is not something new. It has been happening for decades and decades. But the only thing is there is one dialogue that we accept everything that is thrown at us. This acceptance has to be rejected. Acceptance, you will get all, you will recover under federal law, you will come to the state and back. That acceptance of your fate and to watch this kind of not be used is derogatory to my thing. But it has come to be occupied, and I think we must have somebody who can be a bridge and perhaps our spokesman also. So Divyaji, we would like to hear from you two words.
I'm very touched after seeing that documentary. As you all know, I come from the IT background. Elections from an area called Dharavi, which is Asia's largest jhoppadpatti or the slum. Two things I would realize that behind the glamorous world, there is a very dangerous world. I acted in a small serial, I don't remember it, but it was, the production house was Hema Malini's. And they made...
Mr. Shekhar Chanek. And he seemed to be indeed a very good administrator, having been the collector. Now he's looking after two jobs. He's on upgradation, skill development, and also met Mr. Chanek. I was telling him the other day, when the last conference he had come, if you recall, 4 months back, he said within 2 months' time I'll have ambulances in Film City. I think the first step is for the Film City, because Film City is state-owned. I think Film City is such a large space, 4,000 people working, not having. We take pride in saying that here is a man who, from this city, from the state of Maharashtra, we're all somewhere inspired by that innovative, I call him an innovative master of Indian cinema. And somewhere down the line, we feel that Film City, the government should. Why doesn't the MD, why doesn't Film City make it mandatory on their part that people who come and shoot it, they must comply with this basic thing? The toilet should be clean, the food should be good, the canteen should be good. It is not a difficult job, madam, for this from the age of 90. And I've been witnessing many resolutions, many meetings with government, with state. I think it is time now when the Indian counterpart, the producer who was there, he was providing everything. So I told him, why not for our own productions?
And obviously, as we know, that Divya runs a lot of NGOs. She's represents the government in some or the other way, and she wanted to understand how the industry functions. At that time, because I mean, what is within a fortnight, we had a meeting with Mr. Vinod Tavade and Prakash Mehta, that is the staff of the producers, and the government was very, very, very proactive, and single window clearance was given to producers after they were initiated that. So we must give a due credit to, and it was just that because like maybe they do abroad, then it helps all of us. And if we have a great post for all other crafts of Film City, which is an indoor-outdoor combination location, a location that is spread over about 300, 400 acres, out of which only about 60 acres are being utilized.
Something that I hope will be allowed to use also among our membership to educate our own members within our own bill, where CETA was accepted as a member of our federation, and Amit was there. Sushant was also supposed to be there, and we much regret it, the fact that he could not make it in the end, although we understood the reasons for that. But Amit was there, and he. I have to say there was a lot of solidarity expressed, sympathy, and everybody in the room really felt for the appalling conditions that you guys and your members have to take in every day in, day out. And certainly there was not just sympathy, but some very productive synergies, both within the unions in the film industry in the state of Maharashtra, and also from above at international level. There's been a wake-up call. Maybe perhaps that's the most the easiest way to summarize the outcomes of these projects. Somehow, I think we have achieved something that may have seemed obvious years back, but it wasn't so obvious. Because, as you said, Sushant, we are partly responsible for that. We have to understand that enough is enough. Gaffers, the directors, the carpenters. This is also an issue for the actors. Yes, the actors, on average, is not taken care of. We're all together in this. We're all sharing the same needs. And I think one of the outcomes, as I said, of this project is that we've come to the point where we're growingly realizing that enough is unaccepted. How cheap can a life be? And human rights, basic human rights, should not be accounted for only as a cost. And what we hear, and this is what we are going to have to face, is the cost factor. We've seen it already. We've seen a letter from one producer that's saying, well, it is all nice, but it's unrealistic. We can't realize that, and realize that together we can change that. It may seem impossible, but I think I've seen the progression in three. We are compiling evidence, and evidence is important when you're speaking to decision makers. This video should be shown. So evidence is important. Being aware of the fact that you're reaching starting with core issues, perhaps focusing on things that are not healthier and safer, that does not that does not that doesn't have a cost factor.
I didn't know that existed. There was a regional presence of the regional industry, which the world has now got to know. The point is that the Indian film industry and its workers have been constantly known as people who come and stop shooting, take bribes, negate what is happening, appease the producer, appease the broadcaster, some crafts, and go away. The actors who are the top 5 or the bottom 5 are not affected. So is the case with the technicians. We just started this. We've started a program called the Outreach Program, which is what we've been collecting and taking photo, audio, visual, written evidences from our members on the sets. Fortunately, because we go on the sets, so other crafts also given their reviews, and those are recorded. That is the kind of data that we are going to be sharing with the broadcasters, with the various producer bodies, with the government agencies. We've already done that on 50 sets in the span of about 2 months, and which includes Film City. This is just Mumbai, and I think another 2 months we'll be doing an all India survey. So the head of production also initials a particular form, which is something that Sushant and Deepakji and Sunilji and our core committee decided that we must do this. Instead of always protesting and raising the red flag, let's collect data. Let's collect data and share it with the producer bodies whenever we have a dispute or even a congenial meeting or over a cup of coffee when they say how things. We'll give them 10 forms. So this is what is happening on your sets. So like, it would be nice and yet tap them straight in the face. But yet, realizing the fact that they are our employers. This is what we need to do. And as Thomas has said last time, we need to talk about, as Sushant said, risk management, assessment, the baby steps we need to discuss this time. So let's not talk about just payments. All of us, payment issues are with workers world over in any field, not only media and entertainment. Leave payments aside, that will happen. Okay, now anyway nobody is getting paid because of demonetization, so we don't have the money. So we are not talking. I don't know how Upinder is going to pay for the Congress, for this seminar, but it's alright. So the fact is that, the thing is that we just, the baby steps, start talking about the baby steps till 6 o'clock in the evening tomorrow. And 6 in the evening tomorrow, I think we should sign on these 4 steps like the Walk of Fame in Hollywood. These are the 4 steps that we've all endorsed. Right?
And we had a federation also, which was also very strong at that time. One of the famous stalwarts of the Indian cinema, Dilip Kumar's film Leader, made by Filmistan, was they had not paid the money to technicians, and the producer decided to take it for processing. I'm talking of 50s, huh? It's not something that is new, but it has not been carried forward effectively. It was with that too in London. They decided that we'll process the film over there. Though we had no formal relation with BACTO, the late General Secretary of our trade union movement, he knows, Mr. Madhusudan, wrote a letter to BACTO because he was very expert in all these matters. And BACTO decided that we will support you. And they could no more have the film process there, and they paid what was to be paid to the workers. That was international. Second call, I recall 2001 Sydney conference of Asian Pacific workers where I was there. The senior have done that, and I think once we have this kind of a thing,
This was
144 countries are at beck and call if we have something.
But what we realize is that an exercise that was taken by our predecessors went to a back foot for 10 years. It's again started. We've seen that very recently. We've seen that in Switzerland when our sister union in Switzerland was able to tap a defaulting producer. We've seen that. We've seen the changes. But the point is that the scenario at that time and the scenario now is also very different. For example, the producers have made it very clear that they are not going to discuss anything that has to do with the internet. Whether it's Netflix or YouTube, there were no disputes, no money cases, not even health and safety, if anything to do with the internet. They're collecting data on that, so are we. So this is, the moment we say that we've taken one baby step, they've said so, this is not part of the discussion. So we need to put that also into perspective. And I think we've got Savina with us. I think Savina's just joined in. And so we've got our media lawyer also who's going to be sharing some light on the legal aspects of HNS. And I think you want to